In this video, I'm going to be going over the anatomy of the abdominal musculature, my current abdominal workouts, and common abdominal myths. First muscle is the rectus abdominis, also known as the six-pack. Technically, it's an eight-pack because you have the linea alba, which divides the sheet of muscle in half, and then you have three horizontal connective tissue bands that makes it an 8-pack. So it originates right here at the pubic symphysis, so on your pelvis, and it comes up to ribs 5 through 7. It also attaches right here at the xiphoid process, right below right between your chest muscles. Pretty simple. It also, when you contract this band of tissue, band of muscle, you're going to be flexing your torso forward, and that's going to be pretty important when it comes to abdominal exercises. Second muscle group we're talking about is your external obliques. They help with the rotation of the torso, and they originate at ribs 4, and they go all the way down to 12, and they insert on your iliac crest. So if you find your hip bone, that is the crest right there of your iliac. They actually go a little bit deeper, and they're not always visible, so you have to get the lighting very good to see your external obliques. Internal obliques, instead of going down like your external obliques, they're actually going from your iliac crest up towards your ribs, more specifically ribs 9 through 12. They also assist in rotation. So when you're rotating let's just say you're rotating to the right, you're using your left external oblique and you're using your right internal oblique, and they're kind of pulling you towards the right, if that makes any sense. Two muscle groups that work to help rotate your body. Last, but of course not least, is your transverse abdominis. It's kind of everywhere. It starts off at ribs 7 through 12, also at your iliac crest, and it inserts basically into the back of your six-pack, more specifically the linea alba. And what your transverse abdominis does, if you can just look and watch, is if you suck in your gut, your transverse abdominis is working. And this is actually pretty hard to do, so don't do it too much. Alright, my current ab workout. Is it A, 5 exercises of 3 sets each, takes about an hour, or is it B, only 1 exercise, 2 sets of this 1 exercise? If you guessed A, then you are right if you went back in time about 2 years ago. If you guessed B, this is my current ab exercise. I only do 1 exercise, and that is the dragon flag exercise. I don't even do the concentric motion, the contractile motion. What I do is the negative part of the exercise, because it is a very difficult exercise to do. But when you're doing the negatives or the eccentric of an exercise, you actually get more benefits than the positive. Eventually, I'm going to be able to do the concentric motion, but as of right now, I can't. But as you can see, that's the only exercise I do, and well, technically that's not all I do. I do martial arts trainings, I do jogging, do calisthenics, which includes push-ups, pull-ups. Your abdominals are contracted the whole time. Sometimes I do just kind of isometric contractions, so like when you're driving your car, you just kind of flex your abdominal muscles and then relax them, flex, relax. Or if you're in a meeting or something and you're just kind of bored and you're like, hey, I want to work on my abs, just kind of sit there and just flex. It kind of looks funny, but I've gotten really sore from doing that for like a whole day, and it's not fun because it feels like your pelvis is gonna like explode and rip open. So don't do it too much. Let's go over some of the common myths of abdominal exercises. First myth, that you have to do 1,000,000 crunches to get a six-pack. As you know, I don't do any crunches, I don't do any sit-ups, and if you do want to get a six-pack, off of just doing sit-ups, it is estimated you have to do 17,000 sit-ups, perfect form, continuous repetitions without breaks to burn 1 pound of fat. I don't know about you, but the world record is 10,000 sit-ups, I believe, or around that ballpark. So if you can beat the world record by 7,000 sit-ups, then you're at 17,000 sit-ups and you can burn 1 pound of fat. That's awesome for you, but jogging is going to get that done real quick. Excuse me, that was dinner. So that's the first myth. You don't have to do a million crunches. I don't do any crunches. I don't do any sit-ups. Second myth is lower abdominal exercises. Just remember, the rectus abdominis is one sheet of muscle. So try to contract the top part of your bicep. You can't. Try to contract the bottom part of your bicep. You can't. Your muscle just contracts as one unit. Same thing with the six-pack. All you're doing is just pulling your pelvis closer to your sternum. That's all you are doing. So you cannot do lower abdominal exercises. Anything that you're doing this motion with, you're actually just using your hip flexors and you're isometrically contracting your abdominals. And isometrically contracting anything is not going to get you bigger that much. It can make you stronger, such as the isometric contractions, but it's not the best way to gain strength or size. The key to getting good abs is having a well-balanced diet and having a well-balanced exercise. If you subscribe to this channel, then you're going to get all the information for free. Share with a friend who wants abs or who wants abs, and like the video because you like the video. See you later. If you stayed past this point, you're going to get the 6 F's of abs. Alright, the 6 F of abs are fat. So if you have fat on your abdominal region, abs are not going to be visible. Second F is going to be food. Do you just eat a bunch of food? If you eat a bunch of food, your belly's going to be extended. Like dinner, I had a bunch of enchiladas and I was probably not looking as good as I usually do. So food's going to make your six-pack not look as good. Also, you have fluids. You just drink a gallon of water right before you filmed the video, or before you went to the beach, or anytime you want to show off your abs. The more dehydrated you are, the better your abs look, but dehydration is not worth abs, okay? So don't not drink water. That doesn't make sense. Drink water, because abs are not worth not drinking water. Fourth F is going to be feces. Do you have to use the restroom? Is your abdominals kind of pushed up out because you haven't used the restroom today? You probably should use the restroom. And the fifth is going to be fetus. Are you pregnant? I can't get pregnant, but are you pregnant? Maybe that is what's causing your abdominals to be pushed out and not as flat and well defined as you want. And the last F, the sixth F, is going to be photons. It's not really an F, but it kind of sounds like it. Photons. Photons, I just meaning by light. The better your light source is, the better your abs are going to look. So what you want to do is kind of point the light down on you. Like, this is not the ideal light setting, but if you point the light down and on you, then your abs are going to look better because the shadows are going to be underneath the divisions of your abdominal musculature. So, the 6 F's of abs, just for you guys who stayed. Alright, see you guys in the next video.